Morning traders, and this is your Dax day trade setup for today. Now if you haven't subscribed and you're new, please be sure to subscribe. We try to get at least 3 videos out every morning, and occasionally on the weekends we'll get some strategy based or some videos based on trends or candles or anything that you're looking for. We try to put that together for you as well. So the Dax yesterday was fairly interesting. We've got a spinning top doji, indecision bar, range bar, whatever you want to call it. Fact is, these 2 levels I've left them in from, well, there's 3 levels here. I've left them in from yesterday, and you can see we pretty much tagged the bottom side of it, tagged the top of it, and closed right on the middle. Okay, so right now for me, I have that trend line there, and then I have this trend line here, and we've kind of closed above it. Okay, so bullish pattern here. We had follow through for 1 day, then indecision here. I will drill down the lower time frame just to pick up something, but this to me is fairly interesting to say the least. So that is our channel at the moment. Okay, if we look at these 2 here, that is our wedge. And do we have a close above the wedge? That's not very convincing. Okay, so if we come down to the 3 hour, you'll see what I mean. We've got sellers coming off the top here. We've got back below the 200 EMA. We've got groupings of our oscillators. We've got diversions on the moving average. In other words, they're moving far apart. And we're at a level. Now, if I just delete all that noise and just go back 2. So 1, 2, and then we had this breakthrough, big sell-off, inside bar, bullish, and now we are looking like we should continue, but I think this is looking a little bit tired for me. And you can see where we came back to. So we broke through this level and we've almost tested that level. You can see, we'll look at the lower time frames, but we haven't quite touched this level here. There's my inside tail there. I suppose we probably may have touched that one. We'll look at that on the lower time frame now, but there's our inside bar right there. Okay, and there's another one there. So you would have expected the buyers to come in here. They did come in here. But the question is, are we going to have a second attempt at this level? And are we going to roll, is it going to force us to roll over? Okay. So the other thing to look out for here is my diversions from there to there. Okay, high, lower high, 2 fractals. Okay, that's high, higher high. Okay, so diversions from the oscillator to price. So that's another warning bell we have here. Okay, and we don't have a level. No real daily level here where we turned. Let's put something in here. Okay, there it is there. So there's our level there. Okay, and that's exactly where we came up to, and then the sellers came off there. So let's just get down to lower time frames. We'll pick up what we need to do here. So if we look at the level, the daily level that we got to, inside bar, tried to rally, indecision bar, confirmation, confirmation. So that there is telling me we have a turn here. Okay, the confusing facts are that the trend line, we didn't quite turn on the trend line. We bounced through the trend line. We've come back down and we're now still above the trend line, and we're sort of hovering on the 200 moving averages at the moment. We have had a crossover in the moving averages. Okay, so a lot of indecision here. So what could be happening is we could just be going into a bit of a, well, in the Bollinger terms would be a Bollinger squeeze, but we're going to go into some kind of a holding pattern until we get data. And we've got data coming out today, and we've got non-farm payrolls tomorrow. So that's kind of the view that I have here at the moment. Higher time frames indicating that we're very tired, and there's a good possibility that we are looking to move to the downside. If I break this down now to the half hour, you'll see we had a sort of a wedge pattern here, but it's not really that concrete at the moment. We have had a crossover, and we're testing the crossover here. Okay, so straight away I'm looking at these two fractals. Okay, so a break above this fractal here, I'd expect a little bit more upside. So that's 11,995. A break below this one, 11,967, I'd be expecting a bit of downside. My bias is for the downside. Okay, so if you look at this oscillator here, price didn't really climb, oscillator climbed. That's in a sell area. We've got a crossover far apart. So my obvious picture at the moment is a move to the downside. The areas that you do need to pay attention to is the low of yesterday and the low of, actually the high of yesterday, because that is a spinning top on the daily. Remember the pattern we've got there, spinning top, indecision bar, doji, range bar, whatever you want to call it. It basically indicates that price didn't know what to do during the day. It was up and down, up and down. Okay, so if we do break below this level here of 11,926, then you can expect a move that is equivalent to the heights of this. And pretty much ties right back to that inside tail there. Okay, and the same will be true if we do, by some miracle, break to the upside. You'll see there's a whole lot of tails here in this area. There's some inside tails there and over here. So there are levels either side. So that's pretty much what is happening at the moment. Yesterday was just a consolidation day. Now the question is, which way are we going to go? We're going to continue with another consolidation, or we're going to break. And if you look at that daily pattern again, let's delete that. So if you look at that doji, if you look at that on any time frame, if you see that kind of pattern, the minute you get a break below this tail, you're normally in for the short with a stop above here. Okay, so just bear that in mind. That's kind of my bias. We are pretty much in a downtrend on the daily as well. So the reality is this could just be a simple retracement, and we've now got a crossover, and we're now looking for a move to the downside. Okay, and that's kind of what I'm looking at the moment. If we do break to the upside, I'll definitely be looking to take profit at the previous high here, because that's looking like a double top. You can see 1, 2, there's a neckline, and I just want to see whether that measured move has played out. No, that measured move takes us down to that inside tail, but I would actually just extend it further to that Brooks gap there. Okay, anyway, so that's kind of my view at the moment. I think we're either going to continue in this range, or we're going to meander to the downside. Okay, if we do get below this level here, let's just delete this one here. Do that. So this is the break, big break I'm looking for is 11,926. We get a break below that, then I'm looking to target 11,794. Okay, if we do get to the upside, then stop will be below this tail here, and I'm looking for a move to the upside here. Pretty much looking to take profit there. I don't know if that's going to be much in the line of points, but 57 points, so still a reasonable trade for the DAX. Okay, so that's kind of my view at the moment. This thing is looking like it's potentially changed, and one way to just do your confirmations is on the ichimoku. You can see we've got a crossover here. Chiku span is sitting in price, could break through price. A twist is looking like it's starting to happen, and this is all in the half hour, so this is a negative trend. If I look at the hour, still an upward trend, lots of resistance to downside, but there is a potential crossover happening there. 4 hour, we're bouncing off the cloud. So if we look at from in relation to the cloud, we are in a downward trend, and then Kijun and Tekin, we've got some diversions here brewing. We do have a bit of a positive crossover here. We have had a positive crossover, and we've got a breakthrough of price. So long-term trend could very well have changed on the 4 hour, but this is not an area where I want to be long. Okay, I want to see this pullback off the cloud. I want it to find support, and the most logical area for me is right over here. There's my tail, and you can see we kind of missed that. So I'd want to see us pull back down here before committing to a buy. And this buy would be to come and test the top of the cloud, get a breakthrough, see what happens. More than likely have to sell off there, wait for the next pullback, and then you have your confirmation of the trend change. Okay, if we look at the daily, you can see bearish, no twist, but we are bouncing off Kijun here. Okay, so the logic to me right now is another move to the downside, and this may actually just be a move to the downside to break through the cloud, because here you can see we found support on the cloud, we found some resistance on the cloud, so now what you'd expect is a move back down. Okay, so anyway guys, that's oops, sorry, that's to right there. That's my view at the moment. I am anticipating a move down, and if you look at the 12 minutes, you can see this double top here is pretty much what I suspect is going to play out this morning. Okay, and the last thing, your opening range here didn't quite play out. It would have given you a feeling that you were moving to the downside, but it didn't. It played out to the upside, but you would have been triggered short as well, and that would have been stopped out. Okay, there's been a couple of days like that, where in actual fact the last 3 days has been like that, where it fakes out to the downside and then rallies. Anyway, so yeah, so that's kind of my view at the moment. I am anticipating that this is a turning pattern, and I'm looking for shorts and looking for some support further down. Okay, at which point we'll start looking at longs. Anyway guys, that's it for me today on the DAX. Hope it helps, and I'll catch you later. Cheers for now.